All right, guys, I want to talk about something real quick because there seems to be a lot of confusion on the forums about setting up an RX-8 trigger wheel on a 12A. This information is 79 through 85 12A stuff. I have no idea about the early Twin Dizzies or the early 13Bs, but I believe GSL SE, so your S3 first gen all the way up to an RX-8, have a an offset hole, so you cannot put your pulleys, your timing wheel, you can't put it on wrong because it's offset. Now a 12A, you can put this pulley on 4 different ways, and the problem is that timing mark has to line up with your pointer, and it can only go on one way. The trick, if you've already pulled your pulley off and then rotated the motor, you kind of screwed yourself. But on your flywheel here, there's a spot where it's machined flat. You want that machined flat side, there's a cover over here you can pop off. You want the machined flat on your flywheel to line up perfect. You are now at TDC rotor 1. So when you do that, this top bolt hole will be the top, and you'll be timed. So I clearly have a 3D print here, a lot of 3D printed stuff. I'm waiting on parts, but when you do this, what I've found in my particular instance of where I have my VR bracket mounted is I roll the motor over, I have it here. My top bolt is my top bolt. Well, let's look at the RX-8 trigger disc for a second. It has a TDC marker. If we line those up so that they line up, we only have to deal with the one-handed things. So you'll be something like this, right? Top hole up, that pointer points perfect. There's no need to drill holes or spin this around, just mount it on. All you have to do is open up this one so you get your square bolt hole pattern. Now, I have a Gilmore setup, so I have an issue where I needed to get a spacer that sits in here so it's flush, so it's not warping the wheel when I tighten everything down. Cool. That's coming out of aluminum. I then have this, which is my centering piece, and all it does is center the trigger wheel. We don't care about this, that's just there for spacing, to the actual hub, the pulley hub. And that's how we're going to center our disc off of that. Now for some more weird information. In Tuner Studio and Speeduino, probably Make a Square, whatever, they don't use it's a 36222 wheel, but it's not off the RX-8. So we have to disregard the bottom before top deads, and we have to use the 4th tooth. This is your trigger tooth. So wherever you are, when this lines up on that 4th leading edge of the tooth, because we're running this way, you have to count from that tooth to that sensor. That is your offset. That's ballpark your offset. That will get it to, I guarantee it would start, or your timing light, and you're going to be like within here. Do that, you'll have no issues with this. And you'll have rock solid. With that, I had a ton of sync losses. Jesus. Now I have trailing, leading. Everything's perfect. The split runs exactly how I want it. Mazda hooked you up. These are 10 degrees apart from one another. That's a 30-degree gap, 30-degree gap, 30-degree gap. It's just numbers. You can place this anywhere in this circle. You just have to mark off the 4th tooth. and count to wherever your sensor is when you are at top dead center. And you can have it that. You can have it that. No need to re-drill this. Just pick a spot. I picked that because it's easy. It's easy to see with the timing light and it matches. And you're done.